Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn.
And then I really want to work on this nourishment thing. I have to tell you, it was so funny. Christine Reddick reached out to me via Facebook Messenger this morning, and she said, Debbie, she goes, you can tell me to go fuck myself, but I have to tell you this. I listened to one of your videos, and you were talking about how, like, she didn't go into what it was, but I know in one of the videos, and I don't remember what it was about, talking about managing your stress or something, and I talked about, yeah, we've all had those moments where we grab the candy bar and shove it in our mouth. Mm-hmm. And she said, you have your shit together and are so congruent in every area that it just doesn't make sense to me that you're not in congruency with what you put in your mouth. And I'm like, wow, sister, way to call it.
Yeah.
And she's like, it just doesn't fit for me. I can't get my arms wrapped around that. And so I Facebooked her back and said, thank you. I think that's a good friend when they call you on your shit. And I needed that. And so we had started to kind of work on that. I've been thinking about, and I have down that I want to this weekend really give like some journal time, not just thought time, to what is it that I don't feel nourished about? Like I had a session with Joni on Wednesday and she was doing some stuff on my back and everything. And I told her, I said, I'm just so tired of this belly. Like I just am so ready to let go of it. And part of the core thing is I lie to myself. I say, oh, I eat healthy, which I do 80% of the time. But it's like, oh, I think it's just going to magically fucking fall off my body because I eat the bun on my hamburger. You know, like, or I get stressed out on Monday when we went out to see Zach and Alyssa and they triggered me. And what did I do? I went to the grocery store to buy groceries and I bought a fucking payday bar and ate the whole thing on the way home. And it's like, I know I have to consciously pause and I'm so much better. And that's, I told her, I said, I have progress. I know I only have a couple of books, but it's like so true. I got to get to the heart of this because I'm just sick and tired of it. And it takes too much energy.
You know what it takes?
What?
You're like, shit, she's going to say something I'm not ready for.
Like, I know it's going to be like, sound so easy, right? Like it's just going to be so obvious, but no, what?
You make a decision.
Yeah.
You haven't decided. And what comes before decision, you got to want it badly enough. Wishing doesn't work. Okay?
Yeah.
But then the decision, sorry about the loud noise. The decision needs to be backed up by cause and effect. Okay? And the only way that I have been able to actually shift my weight is by creating rules and structures.
Yeah, what he's talking about in Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
Where it's the cue in the system.
Yeah, and so you have to figure out what your game plan is going to be. Okay. And, you know, are you doing keto? Are you doing carnivore? Are you going vegetarian? Are you doing, you know, a particular kind of, you know, eating plan that works for you? But you create rules for yourself, structure that you work within. But it becomes easy. You don't have to use will when you back it up with really the desire and seeing yourself as the person who experiences that. I will tell you, I don't share this that often, or maybe I do, can't remember the last time I shared it, that I initially was able to let go of the weight because I realized that in order to be the woman that I wanted to be, I had to let go of the weight. I wasn't going to be congruent. And the woman I wanted to be was someone who did have it all, right? And I get we don't all have it all the time, right? But I wanted more, okay? Like I was
more, please.
More. Yeah, more, please. And so, and the truth was, like, with 20/20 hindsight looking back, and I had a vague inkling of it at the get-go, but I realized that in order to help women with their whole life, and of course I lead with business because I feel like breaking through on the financing, the income side is hugely important. But we want so much more. Like if I wanted to help people with all of that, I had to be someone who could do that. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that was one piece. And then, I think this is not right, but this is true for me, not for everyone, but for me. I was like, I want to be super hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just wanted to be super hot. And I've gained a little bit of the weight back, and I'm back. Like, I'm like, okay, got to get structured again, right? I kind of went a little, my man likes to eat, and I got attached to eating with him, okay?
Yeah.
But that's on me, okay? I'm a carboholic, and I'll just go down that rabbit hole. But I want to be super hot. And part of that is I don't need to look like a porn star, but part of that is my attitude and energy, and part of it is how I take care of myself. Like I just got my hair blown out, right? And you're like, oh, your hair looks great, right? And part of that is being fit. The whole package there. And I wanted to be super hot for myself, for the women, and for my man. Okay? Mm-hmm. And that's the part where I'm not sure how you'll interpret it, how other people will interpret it. But the man I want to be with wants to be with someone who looks fucking hot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I've got cellulite, Debbie. I jiggle all over the place. Like, I am not Lauren Griffith, okay? Mm-hmm. Who's like firm.
Ripped, yes.
Ripped, yeah. But I got something going on, right?
Yeah.
And that was because of that, like, ownership of that vision, okay?
Well, and Amira, too, what I'm hearing, too, is, like, I really haven't tapped into what my true want is there.
Your true what? Say that again?
My true want, my true desire.
Yeah.
Of that, and so I need to spend some time with that. And then how do you, like, is it just becoming aware of a double bind that help break that double bind? Because I have realized part of a double bind that I have or had is that I want to be like my mother, right? Like my deceased mother. And guess what I look like?
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm the same size as my mother was when she was 54. Like I look like, my body shape looks like my mother's.
Okay. So what do you like of your mother? Okay, I have to go to the next call, but this is your homework. What do you admire in your mother that's not to do with body weight? Okay?
Okay.
What aspects of her do you actually want to be just like? Make a conscious decision around that as opposed to the unconscious, all of it. Right?
Okay.
And then really tap into the Debbie you want to be. Okay? What does she look like?
Okay. Awesome.
Okay? And it might look like Twiggy. I doubt it. That wasn't my vision. Okay? But I had a vision of super hot. Okay? And those were my words. Like, I got on stage and you're like, that outfit, that's smoking hot. I'm like, thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for, like, you feel comfortable in your body? Right? Like everyone has a different version of what that looks like.
Right.
Okay? Doesn't have to be mine, just to be super clear. Okay?
Right.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.